What's going on, everybody? Joe, how you doing today, man?
Good. How are you?
I
How's
am good.
everybody doing?
I hope everybody's well. Joe, it is like it's supposed to be 50 here today, my man. 50. I'm shipping. I mean, people will be out there and they'll be out there in shorts today.
That's great. The world is changing. We're coming into a new era of life. It's wonderful,
Are you
right?
talking about the weather still? I think it's just a warm front.
You could look at it as just a warm front. I choose to see it as something more and something beautiful.
That's true. Maybe sometimes the best gifts present themselves right in front of me, and I don't see them. You know, look at this right out of the gate, Elias.
Right out the gate,
box right there, huh?
That's really nice.
If speaking of Lucy, if everybody wants to see Lucy tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern time, Lucy and I will be hosting an auction on Palm Street, Joe. Everything starts at $1. No gimmicks. If I do an auction, I don't screw around. Everything starts at $1. No gimmicks. What it sells for is what it goes for. That's it. Boom.
And what are you selling for $1?
No, I don't want to sell anything for $1. I want to start the auctions at $1.
Okay.
There's a difference there. It's the goal is not to sell it at $1. Selling at $1 would be taking orders today. Auction, you got to get everybody excited about it and get them in the room and give everybody a shot. Everybody feels
the dollar part of my question was not my question. The what was a part of that was the question. What's going to be at the auction?
Okay,
I know the nature of an auction and how that works. I get it.
All right.
What is going to be at the auction?
Well, it'll be ball pythons, very specifically. I've got 42
for $1.
Yeah, not for $1. A starting bid of $1, Joe. You keep saying you know how auctions work, and then you keep yelling that they're going to be $1.
Okay, there's going to be ball pythons there.
Yeah, this is a whole different episode too. Yeah, we're going to make it up in volume. That's what you do, guys. Just don't forget. You can always make stuff up in volume. Oh, man. That perfectly timed by Wally. Don't ever believe that you'll make stuff up in volume. Figure out how to make money first and then do volume. Okay. No, look, there's a home for everything. And sometimes all the stacks of genetics, word salads, people they don't need them. They're not as needed from a breeder standpoint. So it's time to get them to good homes or a pet community, or there could be stores that need wholesale volume. But there's also cool stuff. I've got breeder females that there's a lot of different considerations. Like, Joe, if a breeder female has already bred 3 seasons for me and given me 3 years of holdbacks and sales, I'm good. I'm in the clear. I'm in the black now. And the genetics are obsolete to me, but somebody else needs them. Then out they go. So like there's a breeder, banana genetic stripe female. She'll be on the auction tomorrow. I've got some head axanthic proven breeders, tons of male proven breeders. Like, there's a joke that the males are your 1099 employees. Quick, get the job done. Thank you very much. The females, those are the long-term employees that you build a relationship with. You keep them happy. You pamper them a little bit, You get
the healthcare benefits.
Right. Well, all mine get the healthcare benefits, but yes, you get the point. So be clearing those out.
They're on the marketplace.
Yeah. But then the other thing too is I have 60 females that are building follicles, which means that I'm breeding 60 females. And if 60 females each lay 6 eggs, I'm going to need space pronto. Okay. So there comes like, this isn't just, Adam's going to tank the market and sell cheap stuff. There are a variety of forces at play here where you have to say, okay, I've had a good run on a lot of these, but time to make somebody's day, time to get them out of here. But if there's 40 animals, and even if they only average $50 a piece, that's still $2,000 to clear out house, have less mouths to feed, 40 tubs cleaning that every week. That's a lot of time savings too.
Yeah. So you're kind of, so you're cleaning out to make room for more.
Yeah. And
who benefits?
what's
People
that?
who benefits? People who show up at this auction tomorrow and want to have a snake
Yeah.
and get it maybe for a lower price, not $1.
Ideally not. Yeah, the goal was not $1, but yeah, they are going to go cheaper than normal. Yes, I suspect because otherwise, why have an auction? That's the thing. Like I always want to be clear about auctions. Like I don't like it when people are like, "Oh, we're going to make a ton." Like auctions, if it was high demand and you could get retail high dollar price for it, you would get high dollar price for it. You know what I mean? So that's the essence of auctions. So yeah, there's a value component to it.
The essence. Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah,
I got a few questions. Oh, wait, when is this happening? This is tomorrow at when?
This is tomorrow at 4:00 Eastern time.
4:00 Eastern time.
Yeah, so 3 p.m. Central.
Yeah, it's going to be great, and you're going to be able to get some inexpensive but very good snakes that either are going to be great pets, or you might even, you might take up some of the obsolete genetics that Adam has.
Yeah.
And that's one of my questions. So this is one of my questions. So this is Proper Cup of Joe. By the way, I don't have any snakes, and I'm Joe, and this is Adam, and
I'm on the other side. You would point. Yeah, other way.
This is me. Look, I'm looking at it right now.
I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at it. Look over here. I should go over here.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch the replay and see who's right here because one of us is dead wrong.
Well, none of us is wrong because we're just looking at different things. There's no way that I can be wrong. I'm looking at this. Why would I do this when you're over here? That's nuts.
Okay, what was the genetics question?
Wait. Okay, so I'm trying to explain to people what we do here. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then you're telling me I'm all wrong.
Perhaps I'm wrong, or I'm a wrong person. I'm wrong in my heart, Joe. I'm sorry.
No, so I have a lot of questions for my friend who I've known for many years who has snakes and I don't. So that's the premise of the show, right, Adam?
That's right. That is the promise of the show.
So here's my first question. Explain to me, I gotta get the idea. I understand the idea, so I don't want to come off as stupid. But explain to me how genetics become obsolete for a snake breeder.
Yeah, it's actually a really good question because on the surface it seems like it's a throwaway. It's not. Just putting some comments, just engaging the audience here, putting some comments on the screen for you there, Joe.
I'm pointing at Adam right now.
So, for example, if I have
take a picture of it.
If I have a gene called puzzle, and I have visual puzzles, and I pair them with a het puzzle, I'm going for more visual combo puzzles. If I end up with het puzzles, they're not as useful breeding to me, but somebody that wants to get into the puzzle gene, which is still relatively expensive, they can find value. So like tomorrow, I've got 3 female het puzzles that are going to be available on the auction. So if somebody doesn't want to go out and buy or doesn't have the resources to go buy a visual combo puzzle, they could get into hets at a very advantageous opportunity tomorrow.
Okay. So that makes sense. I see.
Yeah.
I see what I'm saying. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. All right. I am going to send this picture to Adam while I talk about my one thing. And this is
just hold the camera up. I believe your conviction. I don't think that you're lying.
Yeah, let's see. See?
But haven't you ever seen like the weather people? Like they have to point in the opposite way or whatever, like you have to figure out how to.
Why would my image be different from yours? Why would my screen be different from yours?
I don't know. It's pretty funny because it's definitely not that when. Oh yeah, in your picture, that you just sent me, your window behind you is over your right shoulder, but on there, it's on the screen that we see, it's over your left shoulder.
I don't know. StreamYard, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and see, now the Caffeinated Lizard, see, we're co-hosts. We got to figure, this is like 2 people flying the plane here that, we got to see here.
We need to move on. I'm sorry.
No,
I got caught up on something that was, it seems obvious to me. I wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy.
You're not crazy. Okay. So, yeah, Palm Street tomorrow, 4 o'clock, get a beverage, get your paycheck, get your tax return, come hang out. And there's a shipping window open. I can get them out on Monday for you. This is, we got a great opportunity. Joe,
Great.
what's your one thing this week? What's going on, man?
Yeah. It was interesting this week. Not a lot happened. Usually I'm a very exciting person, but not a lot happened this past week. So I'm going to reach back the week before.
Okay.
On last Wednesday, it was National Signing Day. National Signing Day. And
I like
for
the
those of
sound of
you
this. Yeah.
who have been who have listened to the show and have heard me talk about my family and my stepkids. My stepson Aiden is graduating high school this week, and he's a football kicker. And at National Signing Day, he signed with a school. So it was I don't remember this when I was in school. I don't know if I didn't really think it was an actual thing that people do, if they're not like signing with a huge, school that people talk about. But apparently if an athlete commits, they can participate in one of these signing events.
Yeah, I think it used to be like if you were like a star, like you had a signing day, and
Yeah.
now, but I also like one part of me wants to be like, okay, yeah, now everybody gets to sign, but you saw like the story you shared with us. This is a long process. It's a hard, difficult process, and it's highly competitive. And you know what? Like these are still certainly young adults, if not the last bit of kids. Let them show off what they've worked for. Like, this is cool.
Right.
Like, let's have a little celebration. Like, well, let's not be so cynical as adults. This is me talking to me, So
Yes,
I'm pumped to hear that, man. Tell us, tell us more.
I wasn't even like, why would I go? I wasn't even thinking. And I've been a big part of like, let's find a place. Let's visit there. Let's get you out to the fields. Let's get you with the coach here, or let's get you to the showcases or whatever. And I was like, why? I'm not even gonna go to this. This seems ridiculous. And then he was like, are you ready for tomorrow? I'm like, ready? I don't even know what it's doing, what we're doing. It's not like a contract or anything, but it is just like kind of like, hey, let's celebrate this, that they're moving on to a school from our athletic programs. And I was so happy that I went, actually, because there were 5 students, and only 5 students from the school that were participating in this, that had committed to a school. And it's funny, like it's like a generic piece of paper that they sign. It's not like a contract, like it's not, doesn't actually come from the school or anything. It's just like I'm committing to this place, and they write in the place that it's not like but it's like this really kind of nice ceremony, and his whole team is there. And the quarter, like the only 2 people from the football team were the quarterback and the kicker that are going and that are going to go.
Okay, yeah.
Or who participated at this point. I think there is another signing day like later in the year. So yeah, I thought it was great. And the coach got up and talked about him and everything. I thought it was awesome.
No,
so I know there's like a lot of I wish there was stuff like this for like when I was going through school, to celebrate them. And I know that there's a lot of talk about how like kids are over celebrated sometimes, or like they have, or they're like there's participation awards and stuff like that. But I don't know. This is great. I thought it was awesome. I was really proud to be there.
Well, there's a difference between like a participation trophy and working like I could speak. I've been at your house, and I've been woken up in the morning by thud, thud. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on? And Aiden is out there launching soccer balls off his foot like they have rockets on them. And like that's like, and he's got the defender like cutout target things and the goal. Like he's got like a soccer defense team out there that he's like working around. And I've seen the work put in. I've seen the work that you and Chelsea put in. You guys were traveling around the country to showcase his talents.
Yeah.
That's different than, hey, glad you showed up today. Like that's way different, man. And here's the results too. Yeah, it should be celebrated. That's cool. Where's he gonna go? What's he looking at, man?
So this is he made I think a very wise decision, but it's not a glamorous decision at all.
That's okay.
It is it's so he doesn't like he had interest from a school that had it was unfortunately there was like money with it, and there was like a scholarship involved, and he decided not to go to that one, and he decided there was another school he decided to go to SUNY Erie.
Okay. Upstate New York, huh?
Yeah, upstate New York, which is a junior college
Yeah.
that has a football team that was like 9-2 last year, and they need a kicker because these junior colleges spend their time then developing the football players,
Right.
and also then placing them in higher divisions.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's what he decided. He was like, I don't think I'm ready. And first of all, he said, if I go to this larger school, I don't think I'm ready to be. I don't know if I'll even get playing time.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't think I'm ready even for that. I need more development before. And so when we visited there, we visited a couple of places. When we visited there, the guy was like, we do a program that is based off Division I programming. And he was like, at 5 a.m. you wake up, you do this. And he has like a day all mapped out. And he's like, I need that. And they really want me here. And I would be able to win. I know I could win the punter position. I know I could win the kicker position there. So he's super excited. And I think it was like almost immediately after we visited that school, he was like, that just feels good to me, which is like kind of how I decided where I would.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and like there's two things. Like first, like go or be in relationships or be where you're really wanted and appreciated. One. And two, it sounds like he's going to be the bigger fish in the small pond, which gives him a little better opportunity to move up. And then outside of business, like you say, if he feels like he needs the development and that structure, then hopefully that is the right decision. And without getting specific at all, I assume like everybody gets blinded by hearing that there's money involved, but I'm assuming that wasn't like life-changing money. Like like the payoff was better for the development and the longer term investing in himself. Yeah.
The money that was offered was going to be kind of flatlined. It was going to be the money that we spend here is going to be the same money that we spend here. So it was
the net was, I see.
The net was like,
so it's not even really money. Then. Yeah. I see. It's in
so,
net. Yeah. Okay.
So it's great. Yeah. So, and that's what these juniors. So, that's also what we've seen too, is like recruiting often comes from like they go if there's a position, a specialist position that a larger school needs, they'll kind of go to the JUCO colleges to see if there's anything available before they go to a high school recruiting.
And anybody
who
that's
follows,
great. Anybody who follows sports knows the success stories of that channel and that path, man. I think it's fantastic, man.
I'm just happy, and I'm really proud of him for making that kind of decision. Actually, both of my stepkids are making really, really great decisions. I just had a conversation with Raleigh, and I was like, hey, I think you should quit your job. I was like, and it's like advice that you would give but that you would never take. like she was like, I think I needed like a job before I get it, before I leave my job. And I'm
right,
like,
have a replacement
job right now, because I'm like, you're 20 years old, go and have fun, don't kill yourself with jobs and everything.
Right.
But like immediately after having that conversation, like her job turned around and she was like, it's going to be better, it's going to be fine. And they gave me a bunch of, like, she's going to London this summer to study.
Well, that's cool.
And just like, yes. And that's like, and like taking that kind of, like, both of them stepping out of the house, going to upstate New York, first of all, and then she's going to go, I want to go study someplace. I want to get out here. I want to experience the world. They're both just making really, really good decisions. That's what I'm just really proud of them.
So when's the countdown to when you and Chelsea get some peace and quiet at the house? A little alone time, huh?
No, I don't. I'm not counting that down. I'm going to be sad. I don't like that.
I know.
I don't like that at all. But also that's the nature of being like a step parent too, because we did have time when they were coming up. Like every other weekend, we'd have like a weekend.
That's true.
You know? Which there was good. There was good things about it. There's bad things.
We're right. Yeah, man. Huge congratulations to Aiden, man. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Send him all the love from all of us, man. Yeah.
How about you? What's your one thing from this past week?
It's a special time of year, Joe. Actually, not even special time of year, just a special time. The Olympics are here. You got a favorite sport, man? Like, I love the Olympics mostly because of the people watching and how much of an expert everybody becomes at a sport that they never ever watch. I was at the restaurant in Madison on Saturday night, Saturday night. And there's this couple on the end of the bar. And this lady is like schooling her date or her husband on what the curling team needs to do with their stone on the next, whatever, what do you call it? A roll, a push, whatever. And like, she's talking about what the brush does. And I'm like, I think that's BS. I think this is nonsense. So then I start Googling what the brush does, which the brush creates friction on the ice, which creates a little layer of water, which has less tension than the frozen ice, the frozen water. And so it speeds it up. She's telling the guy that it slows it down, and that's how it has to come to a stop. And I'm like, this is all a lie. So
you interject and go, ma'am, you're lying.
No, this was at the beginning of dinner, but by the end I might have. I was, I enjoyed myself that evening. So, but yeah, do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite event?
Unfortunately, no,
right.
I don't. I have a take on the Winter Olympics that is a little bit different.
Okay.
But I don't want to. I feel like you're going in a certain direction. I don't want to derail you.
All right.
Because I do like my favorite event is just hockey. I like watching hockey.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But that's boring because hockey's available.
You can get hockey all the time. Troy beat me to it. I am here for the skeleton. Do you know what the skeleton is, Joe?
The skeleton, that's it's kind of luge-like, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. But here's the thing.
It's not really the luge. It's a smaller sled.
It's two components. It's very, see what I mean? You get a little expertise every 2 years. You pipe up, you know about stuff, right? I don't actually know this stuff. I could be completely wrong in all of this. Luge, you go down feet first, and you can have singles or doubles luge, which is a whole different conversation in and of itself. It's pretty strange. Skeleton, though, same track, smaller sled, face first, brother. 60 miles an hour, zipping around the ice path trail. 60 miles an hour, face first, skeleton, man. That's
scary.
That's where you find out if you're a man or not. You know what I mean? You ask
makes
yourself,
those luge people kind of look like
you're gonna go feet first and put another person on top of you. No, let it all out. Go
break.
Face first. Like, I feel like the only thing that could make it crazier is if they went like head first on their back, so everything was upside down. That should be like the premium skeleton that they do.
No. Do you think that there is infighting between what do you call them, losers and skeletoners?
Gotta
you think
be.
skeletons like?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I bet. Like, so I have a little bit of insight in the world of golf. These guys sit around until their tee time comes and they go nuts. So they play ping pong incessantly. We have like the cart barns have to get emptied out and we set up ping pong tables. And these guys, and they talk the most unbelievable amount of trash to each other about the stupidest things. Oh, I'm going to putt this. I'll hit my wedge this or whatever. I can only imagine the loose skeleton ping pong table where they're like, yeah, you're upset. You know, I don't know what they would say, but I can only imagine the trash talk, but I'm certain it's there because they've flown halfway across the country to ride on a sled face first for 90 seconds. And then they go wait for a day.
Well, there's heats, right?
I don't know. Not much. I mean, I'm just saying, like, how many 90-second runs can they do in a day? 5 minutes?
Yeah, even as those 5 minutes.
Yeah, like
is there a? I'm trying to imagine it, right? So they're face first, okay, and is there like a run up to it? Like
yeah, they get going and then they jump on. Yeah.
And then they jump on it. It's not like somebody pushes them.
Yeah. It's like the crazy 7-year-old, the one boy in the neighborhood. You're like, oh, he is going to be nuts. And like,
it must be like if you're bobsledding, you go, this isn't enough for me. I got to do the
right.
luge.
Yeah. I need
like,
more.
This is not, I need to feel something.
Yeah, right. Right.
So,
I've owned this in my
skeleton?
life.
What is that skeleton thing like?
And in fairness, that's the one sport they actually name appropriately. Like they're like, we told you, dude, it's called skeleton. It's not like curling. You don't really know what it is, but you know, skeleton. Look, the outcome. This is what you could deal with. Have you ever been to the Olympics, Joe?
I've never been to the Olympics. No.
I went in 1996, and it's one of the like most fun, fantastic stories. And
96, that was Atlanta, right?
Yes, sir, Atlanta. I was 16, and I know the audience is probably like, especially if you haven't seen the show. Now we have loosely guided definitions of what we'll hang out and talk about, but I really think like my trip to the Olympics in 96 was this exercise in risk and problem solving. And I got thinking about risk and problem solving because of it, but it is a blast, Joe. Like I'll give you some spoilers along. So just to keep everybody intrigued, we ended up in the Polish village, hanging out with the athletes. I have pictures of 16-year-old me hanging out with Polish pro boxer Andrew Golota, who actually had a really infamous match. I think it was with Riddick Bowe, but he was ahead on the scorecards and about to win. And I think he gassed himself or something, but he started.
I remember Golota. Yeah.
Yeah. He started throwing low blows and got himself disqualified. It looked like this total like self-sabotage thing. I was hanging out with him right after that match at the Polish in the Polish village at the Olympics in 96. Didn't know MARTA has its own police department. Ended up with a little visit in the MARTA precinct that one evening. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I swear to God. So when I say my mom's husband is from Poland, and he says to my mom,
yeah, right.
And we were living in Miami at the time. And he says to my mom, he says, Brenda, we got to go to the Olympics. We might not ever have a chance in life again. We got to go do this. And my mom says, you can't get a hotel. Where are we going to sleep? All these people, there's too much. This is too much.
Or before the Olympics, does your stepfather say this?
The day before. Yeah, like 12 hours. And
that's my kind of guy. I love that kind of guy.
And so my mom says, not a chance. I have no interest in that. But you two can go figure it out if you want to. Henrik, his name, he looks at me and he goes, you want to go to the Olympics? I'm like, yeah, I want to go to the Olympics. So right there out of the gate, there's two different mindsets. One, we don't have it planned. We don't have it laid out. We don't have anything. The other two go, yeah, let's go figure it out. And essentially let's bet on ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we drive, and this was 96. So you couldn't just Google up a hotel in
Right.
Atlanta at the time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it literally, it was either the day before, or we might have even left that night. I don't know. And it also, if you remember, there was a bombing in the
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was,
I remember that.
the bombing had just happened too. And the idea was, well, the Olympics are now safer than they're ever going to be. Like it's unfortunate that happened, but they're incredibly safe. So we drive to Atlanta. We actually stayed one night in Ocala or Gainesville or somewhere. We get to Atlanta, and you can't actually get into the city. You have to go to these park and rides, and you could park there, and you could park there as long as you want. And we were like, well, I guess we're just going to sleep in the car for a couple nights. And I was exhausted. So we get to, there's a college there called Clayton State College, and that's where one of the park and rides were. You could park there, get on a bus, take you to the MARTA station, into the city you go. Henrik says, hey, I got to go find a bathroom, and I'm going to go explore, catch a nap. We're both just exhausted.
This is Summer Olympics, right?
Correct. Summer Olympics, 1996.
Right.
Henrik comes back to the car in like 40 minutes, and he goes, Adam, come with me. Don't speak a word. Just follow my lead. Okay. We walk to the dorms, and there's like a custodial staff guy. He's like, welcome to America. I've heard you've been traveling for days. You could use a shower or a little bed. He's like, I got some dorms I'm going to let you use. We get to Atlanta at Clayton State College, and Henrik has a very heavy accent. He has led on to this guy, maybe a little, untruthfully, that we've traveled across the world from Poland. And this guy is so excited to welcome us to America and to show American hospitality. We get hot showers. We're getting this dorm room. We have bunks.
This is awesome.
Yeah. So like, we're feeling like the most. Henrik's probably paid off this, because I don't know that part of it, but I'm like looking back, I'm like, oh, he definitely paid this guy. So like, he's paid off this guy. And we go into the city, and it's great. And I look back, and again, like, we're so dependent on, so we didn't have cell phones. We're just hanging out in the city, and we're like, okay, you see that great big Adam Smirnoff. I had not had any Smirnoff in my life at that point, although parts of the story will make you think I had. But no cell phones. There were like just what's it called? Just landmarks that were like, hey, if we get lost or separated, we meet here. And I was 16, so like I was old enough to be kind of out and about on my own, but not really in the middle of the Olympics in Atlanta. But there were definitely days that it was like, all right, I'm going to go to this event. I'll see you here in 4 hours, kind of deal. And sure enough, we popped back up together. Like, can you imagine as a parent saying that today? Like, it just feels weird, right?
It's funny because I do want to say those things because I remember doing those types of things.
Right.
But then when it gets to that point, I'm like, okay, thank God we have cell phones and we can talk to each other like this.
So we have no tickets, and I love this. I love like pure unadulterated business. Like there's no regulations. So there's people scalping tickets. Like you don't know if they're legitimate tickets. There's box office legit tickets. There's dudes in the streets hawking tickets. They don't even know what tickets they have. They're buying tickets, flipping them. So we end up with tickets to like powerlifting, women's field hockey, some table tennis. Went and saw that. Some ladies basketball. Now that was
so let me ask you a question. So
yeah.
And it's just about logistics of how the Olympics work. And maybe each Olympics is different, but it's not like you have to get tickets for each event, or
That's right.
You get tickets for a particular arena and you can see all of the events in that arena, or how does that, or like at one point in my life, I probably thought, you just buy tickets to the Olympics and you can go to everything.
Oh no, you have to get them for each event, and then like it just depends. Like so, like men's basketball, for example, you would buy them by the game, whereas like the powerlifting was like all right, you're in for the afternoon. Like you're in for the whole event kind of deal.
Okay, gotcha.
But like the field hockey was actually just for one game. The ladies basketball was just for one game as well. So we go.
Did you get them from the box office, or did you get them from somebody on the street?
All scalpers, all just what's it worth, who you got, and and like we're like, of all things, Henrik he was really street savvy. I say was because he's moved back to Europe, and I guess that window on, I don't know, that's a whole different story. But sometimes he's alive, but sometimes I talk about him in the past tense and present tense. But it was just like negotiation. Oh, that's a crap team. Why would you charge us that much for the ticket? I'm only going to give you this much, and it was just like this fun, like a hustler, just kind of a feel, and so one of these times, Henrik is like, I'll see you in a couple hours. We'll be right here. And he comes back and he's like, hey, we're going to the Polish Village. And I thought it was just like, all right, you're from Poland, you go hang out with the Polish. I don't know. I'm like 16. I don't know how this works. No, it's supposed to be for like the athletes, the press, their agents and their families, And again, he's like, don't speak any English, just nod and smile. And I don't speak Polish. I speak no Polish. Okay. So it's not like, hey, I could get by. I speak none. And actually I could say, how you doing? Yeksamash. I could say, how you doing? That's kind of, that's it. So we can, and somehow he talks his way in. And I remember and when I say the Polish Village, it's just like rented, like condos and spaces. There's no like city walls around it, but but there was security, guards, and access. And Henrik's talking in Polish. Everybody's talking Polish. I have no idea what's going on other than, and they're playing like these different frisbee games, and it's like, it's cool here. Get a sausage or whatever, or kielbasa or whatever. And then he's talking with somebody. He's like, hey, Adam, you watch boxing, right? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, do you know that guy Galata there? They say he's a pretty big deal. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, he's a big deal. And he was pissed. He like wanted to, I don't speak any Polish, but I know that guy wanted no like interaction. And Henrik asked him, he's like, can Adam take a picture with you? And I remember to this day, he just kind of grunted. He was like, and he just went back to like looking like if he had a phone, he went back to his phone, but he had a newspaper or something. And that was his like, yeah, take a picture with me while I'm reading a newspaper. So I have a picture with that. So anyway, we had a great time. We got into some shenanigans. There was this is just fun reminiscing. We'll get back to the risk and problem solving in a minute. But we on the tickets, it says if you have tickets for that day's event, you get free access to MARTA. And MARTA's everything, and Atlanta in general for travel, but very specifically when the Olympics were there were no cars. You had to take MARTA. Everything was MARTA. So
and that's the transit system. That's what
that's the transit system, Metro Atlanta. So we have tickets for, let's just say it was July 23rd. It was like the night of the 22nd, but it was after midnight. So it was like 12:30, 1 in the morning of the day.
Okay. Yeah.
And we go down and the MARTA police says, these aren't good. That's for tomorrow. And we're like, today is tomorrow. It is tomorrow already. Like that's today.
It is tomorrow.
Yeah. And the guard goes, no, that doesn't start till 4 in the morning. And we say, doesn't show on the ticket. Got to tell you, this. And when I say guard, these are actual police officers. These are not guards. Yes. This is a police officer.
Yeah.
He says, look, I'm not going to tell you again. You need to pay to get on MARTA, or you need to get out of here or find another way.
Yeah.
And in a looking back, a bad move, Henrik says, we come all the way across the world, and this is how you welcome us. And this is how you show people what America's like, with blatant lies. And the guy says, get out of the station. If I see you in the station, I will arrest you for trespassing. At which point Henrik says, okay, fine. What's your badge number?
Whoa, okay.
And I'm like, we got to go. The parking lot, I don't know how far outside of town it is, but there's not a way out of town, like, unless you like, there's the easy way out of
Right,
town or
yeah.
there's a very difficult way out of town. And at this point, I'm like, it's really late at night. I'm getting tired. I want to get back to the car. And the tickets are like $2 a piece. I'm like, let's pay the $4. Let's get on our way here.
Yeah.
We walk. Henrik says, you know what? That's what we'll do. We walk around the block, pay the $2 each, go in to get on the the platform to get on the station. Who sees us but the guy who told us you will be arrested for trespassing if I find you in here again?
But you got your tickets, right?
He told us not to be there. And so off to the MARTA precinct we went. We had
my God.
Yeah, he didn't put cuffs on. He said, if you cause any trouble, I will cuff you. Things will go bigger. You're going to go to the station. Okay, we go to the precinct. We're sitting in there and we have to wait to talk to the lieutenant who's going to decide what our fate is. At which point I decided to write my mom a postcard from the Atlanta jail. And I did. And I still have that postcard too, which is great. And anyway, we talked to the lieutenant and Henrik says, look, why would your ticket say it's today? It doesn't say anything about 4 a.m. The guy says, look, you got to respect our officers. Henrik says, I will do that. He could be a little more welcoming. And you have to understand, if you're very busy after midnight, a little clarification would be good. The guy says, I understand. He says, can you get home without causing any more trouble? Yes, officer, there'll be no more trouble. Okay, go on your way, get out. So we got the benefits of going to the jail without the penalty. You know what I mean?
The extra ramifications.
Yeah.
I got it. Yes.
Okay. Great trip down memory lane. Thanks for bearing with me. I got thinking, people say I'm risk averse, and I am on things I can't control. But if I can bet on myself to problem solve, there's almost no risk I won't take. Hence a car wash and a reptile facility.
Yeah. And so you're saying that's the key to being able to take risks, is that you need
For
to
me,
problem solve.
I think so. Now, other people just see the angles. Like, people way smarter than me make $1 bazillion on crypto trading or options. I don't know if it's options trading. It's options wagering. I'll tell you that. But they're good at it and they know what they're doing. I don't have an interest in that kind of risk, though.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas if it's like, where am I going to sleep tonight? And can I navigate my way through crowds and interpersonal relationships and some business? I want to do it.
Okay. Yes. So I see what you're saying. And I think that that is a significant part of risk taking. Definitely. For sure. Yeah. I think it's very, very important. And I think it's betting on yourself to be able to solve your way out of problems that arise that you might not be able to see because you haven't taken the risk yet, right?
Yeah.
But also, I think, like you said it twice too. You said we get there and we just we go, I guess we're going to be sleeping in the car here. You know, like that mindset, I think, is very, very important. And if we look at your trip and everything, I think the main thing there was, I don't mind sleeping in the car.
Right.
And if we have to do that, then we have to do that. Like, and I think there's something in that mindset that is also very, very important to taking risk.
So beyond risk, like, I'm a big believer in this. And I think everybody is going to be like, that's a cliche, but there's different, like points of magnitude of this. Like, anything really, really worthwhile is difficult. And sometimes the more difficult it is, the more worthwhile it is. So in that case, yeah, we were willing to sleep in the car for the really amazing time that we were going to have.
Yeah.
Or, with snakes, the first thing people say is, do you know how much like poo you're going to have to clean? Yeah. Well, you're going to do the unfun part Or at the car wash, man, I got to dig out these drains by hand. Like it's like the guy that rolls the rock up the hill. The busier the car wash is, so the more money I get, the more I have to dig the stupid drains out, which is backbreaking, disgusting work. But I'll do it because it's worthwhile in the long run. Like I hear people in the military, if I misstate this, I apologize, but I've heard the expression, like, you have to embrace the suck. Like, that's how you get to the good stuff. You got to get through what sucks, like live in the suck so that you could get to the good stuff, you know? And I think that is like, it's secondary to risk, because that's not necessarily risk related, but oftentimes it is.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that the trip would have been the same kind of craziness if your mom had decided to go?
No, there would have been a rudder on that ship, and we damn sure would not have ended up with the police in the
that's kind of
in the subway.
There would have been a what?
A rudder on the ship. There would have been good sense in our planning and yeah.
So that to me is a big difference between was your mom a problem solver?
Yeah, and she would take risks to chase dreams. One of the for the audience that doesn't know, my mom passed away of cancer 16 years ago this summer coming. But yeah, she part of my outlook and drive in life is that she would chase dreams and figure out how to make those come true. With far less or far more abandon than say my father would look at things.
So I just think you said there's two mindsets. You started the story with two mindsets.
Well, there's a lot of mindsets. Those were just two of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like taking risk, if we just look at your analogy of the story, taking risk, there's something in between those two mindsets that is the thing that is really, really important for taking risk.
Yeah, but I like the combo. So Kelly,
right. Yeah.
In a really odd statement that makes me cringe a little bit, she has the outlook like my mom. She is like I was talking business with her last night. She's like she got really worried because I was going to spend, like, I'm trying to raise money to spend some money and make some investments. And she's like, don't you think you have enough? And I'm like, this is a good point. Money is coming in. I'm not using the household money. I'm not going in debt. This is how business works. You sell your goods to reinvest in your business, and you hope there's a slice at the end that you get a little something for yourself on. And she's like, I don't see why you would do all that. And I'm like, I see it. You know what I mean? Like, I could see through it.
Yeah.
And so we're suited for different things, but it's also very nice to have that hold back, you know, that person that like, because sometimes I would just go crazy with reckless abandon, and I know that some people don't think that, but it's nice to have that thought in mind going, is this going to pass the Kelly test? Because it is also it's her money as well too. Yeah, it's us. Yeah. We are one. So it is nice having that offset. And I wonder though, like, are there couples or there experiences that people have where both people are of exactly one mindset, and on the one hand, do they feel like that holds them back because they're too risk averse, or have they lost everything and really wish
because they're always risking stuff?
Yeah, because there wasn't somebody going, hey, hold on, let's think through this.
Yeah, and I think even in the questioning of that kind of thing, even like I think it's always good to be suspicious of either or questions. I think like what we're talking about, there is there's a multitude of factors that go into this. Are you willing to lose? Are you willing to fail? And are you willing to deal with the fallout of failing? That's number one. Are you willing to? Do you have the problem solving capabilities to actually make the risk work? And so those, I mean, those are more nuanced ways, I think, of looking at this than saying, "Oh, I'm grounded," or I'm grounded, or I like to take risks. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I think
Well,
we're getting more and more into the nuances of what
yeah.
you need in order to take a risk.
And I think there's a overlooked nuance that is basically just like the hassle part of it. I think my mom didn't want to go just because it was going to be a hassle. Like, where are we going to sleep? We don't know. What are we going to go see? No idea. Do you know how you get into the city? Couldn't tell you. Okay, so what's the upside? We're going to sleep in the car in a parking lot for 3 days without a shower and eating
Yeah.
street food? Maybe. I don't want that hassle.
But also it's not just the hassle of dealing with the fallout of failure, but it's also the hassle of doing, which is something else that you said in your story, which is I love all unadulterated business.
Yeah.
I love like the workings of this of trying to get like, and you described Henrik as like street smart.
Yeah.
I love being in that. I love just the activity of doing that.
I could watch it all day. Yeah.
I I think that's another thing that is good for taking risks, for sure.
Yeah. And so
That
like,
that passion for the hassle, the passion for the hustle, that passion
right.
for the hassle.
And I still go back to, I've told the story a ton of times on here, but I still go back to the first raise or the first opportunity I ever got in a restaurant was because I would slice the onions. Nobody wanted to slice them, and I could get 2 extra hours
The
if I just
hassle.
stood there. Yeah, I just did the hassle, and I made more money than the people who were like, I'm done with onion slicing, man. I'm past that part of my career. But I do feel that way now about like restaurant operations. I have a interesting I had to take a trip over to North Carolina to a property that I used to be the food and beverage director at, to now work with the current food and beverage director. And that's an interesting interaction. I've never met the guy. I think by all accounts, he's fantastic. But I'm sure if I were in his shoes, I'd be going, you're the dude that walked away. And now I'm being told I have to work with you. And I have to get over the hump and get him to understand.
Yeah.
No ego on my part. You're exactly right. I am the one that walked away. I don't want that hassle anymore. It doesn't mean I can't give you insight and help you and stay out of your way. And that's like my big mission when I take that trip, is to make sure that I establish I'm not there to tell him what to do. I'm damn sure not his boss. I'm the 1099 consultant, man. I take it or leave the help, but I'm not here to I don't want that hassle anymore. I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do the hassle and you're going to make a whole bunch of money and you're going to be the star.
There is something in this, I have capitalism on the brain.
Yeah.
This semester for me. And there is something in this conversation about the difference between accepting wage work and risking of owning your own business.
That's true too. Yeah.
Because there is a business ownership is hassle upon hassle upon hassle. And then and this down to the smallest detail. So you're trying to make yourself more self-sufficient and creating a whole ecosystem. You're creating a whole economy with the things that you're doing. Meanwhile, wage work is more about, okay, I'm a specialized part of a larger system, right? Which is less hassle, but also it kind of reduces you to feeling that the work that you're doing has the value of the work you're doing is measured by the wage that you make, which is not necessarily true.
No, it's not true at all. I think teachers are the greatest example of that.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave that there. But yeah, you're right. And actually, if you drew a graph, that isn't part and parcel of why I walked away from the career that I had. My level of hassle got so high that essentially I said, if I'm going to go through that value proposition went away.
Yeah.
Like the value
The money
proposition
should be mine.
the money should be mine for this amount of hassle. Like, you're exactly right. The value proposition of wage work is, yeah, you do the work and you have less input and maybe less return, but you don't have the hassle. You go home and you forget about it.
And if your wage work gets to a level where it's the same amount of hassle to own a business, then that's maybe when you jump ship.
Yeah, you guys have, yes, you've paid me well, but you have equipped me with so much capital that I no longer want to deal with your hassle. I am willing to risk some of my capital for my hassle. That's right, man. That is exactly it. Hey, before the episode gets away from us, and before we talk about the week coming up, I gotta say thanks to Heart of the Python. That's Bill and Kate Peaver out in Massachusetts. Check them out. They're working Monarch and Puzzle. That's Kate's projects. Bill's are Monsoon, Sunset. Monsoon, and the kids are working Sunset and Clown. And as I say all the time, they're working their Heartline brand as well, which is ball pythons bred for temperament and for either first time or hobby owners or people. There's a movement for breeding for temperament in our hobby. And they've really specialized that and leaned into that and started their own line. It's called the Heartline. You can check out Heartline on TikTok or Heart of the Python on all the usual places.
And when you say kids, this is a family affair?
Yeah, it's a family affair, and
it's a family affair.
Yeah, bordering on young adults. I don't know the kids well, but I know Bill and Kate pretty well. But I think the daughters are mid and upper teens, so they go and vend all together and work their projects all together. And
yeah, that's so cool.
Family of entrepreneurs, dog groomers, lawyer, all good stuff, man. These are our people right here, man. I got an order coming from Cold Blooded Cafe today. It doesn't focus as fast as it used to. I like it. Anyway, Cold Blooded Cafe, get yourself some fantastic rodents. Use a promo code Proper11. Get free shipping on all orders over $200. Check this out. Don't turn away real quick. They've just lowered prices on all of their rats across the board, delivering better quality and better quantity and value to you as well. So lower price, and now you're going to get free shipping. There you go. It's pretty good stuff. Last but not least is Husbandry Pro. Jeremy Bod brought up earlier, 60 clutches would be a massive amount of work. There is a difference between pairing 60 females and getting 60 clutches. Jeremy knows that. I'll be lucky if I hit 40, I'll be surprised, but that's still a lot of babies. I still got to clear the stuff out. But how I track all that is with Husbandry Pro, man. I just paired 11 females yesterday. I'm not going to memorize that or keep it on a spreadsheet or make notes on a legal pad. Boom, boom, boom on a QR code, paired, tracks it. Today, hopefully I record a whole bunch of locks in there and I'll do the same thing. So you go to Husbandry Pro. I don't even know what the monthly fee is now. It's under $10 for most people's needs. It's a fantastic tool. Go check it out. You could try it free for 60 days. Use P Royals 60 at Husbandry. I think it's husbandry.pro. And the features are far too long to list here in one shot. And if you're just joining, I will be on Palm Street tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern time. All 42 animals at all Absolute auction, $1 starting bid on all of those animals. I will have the show populated before I go to bed tonight. So if you go to Palm Street app, you go to my event, you'll be able to see what animals are in there. You'll have all day tomorrow to plan your strategy of what you want to go after, what you want to bid on. And the shipping on the small boxes is going to be $45, the bigger box if we need it, but you could fill the box. So I'm not going to charge a shipping on every animal. Fill the box, save some shipping, and it's all a very advantageous opportunity, I think. So that's what I got going on. Joe, you going to do anything fun this weekend? What do you got going on?
I don't think there's anything really too much planned. I'm trying to really get healthy, so I haven't really planned too many fun things.
What are you doing? Like you going jogging? What are you doing? Like you
get healthy? I'm exercising, and I'm really watching my diet. So
okay.
So and it's really, really easy, slippery slope. If I go and have fun, like a part of that fun is going to be eating what I want to eat and drinking what I want to drink. So I'm trying to just stay cool for a little bit. So, but it makes for kind of boring weekends.
Yeah. You doing, you got your Filet Friday tomorrow night?
Oh yeah, we're doing that tomorrow night. That'll be nice. It'll be good.
Excellent, man. Good for
Yeah,
you.
and we didn't even get to talk about Madison. I wanted to hear how that went.
Madison was cool. I didn't do a huge amount of sales, but it fell into the category of if the room is busy and like the promoter's bringing in viable customers, at that point, it's on me to close deals, seal a deal, all of that kind of stuff. It was
Right.
a
Yeah.
good venue, good town, good interaction. We could do an interesting episode on this. There were several really high-end inquiries, and they used the right language. If somebody's, if Joe, if you walk up to the table and you go, "Oh wow, that's a really good price on a chocolate leopard clown pied. May I take a look at that?" That is speaking a language.
This guy knows what he's talking about.
That's a 4-figure animal, which I normally would never take out of the case just because somebody thinks it's cool. They knew the pricing, they knew the market, and they had a lot of close consideration about it. I had 2 or 3 of those things like that where, you know, the seeds could be planted. I could get the phone call tomorrow. You know, they had enough understanding of the industry and of the market to where when I saw that they weren't going to purchase it at the moment, and I said to them, "Hey, at that price, I'll ship it for free from Minneapolis. You just give me a call," kind of deal. So we'll see if it'll come from it, but that tells me that there is potential for those kinds of sales in Madison. So I think it's worth doing. I had a great time on it, and I'll be back. It was a welcoming town. I enjoyed it.
That's really cool. That's good to hear. And the steaks, good?
Oh yeah, the review. Food was okay. I went to Johnny's Italian Steakhouse. Service through the roof. Fantastic. I'll take service through the roof anytime. The rest was acceptable. It wasn't great, but it was not bad either. It was there was no negative feedback on it. Like I say, great hospitality. The 2 bartenders were a kick. They were a blast. We had a good time hanging out, and they were very welcoming. No snobbery there at Johnny's. I have to say, I appreciated that. Little dangerous piece of Madison though, right adjacent to the venue and the hotel that I stayed at is a guitar center, and they had a pretty good used lineup of guitars. I definitely went to bed going, if I make X amount, I am going and I'm going to go buy that used Les Paul in the window there. I made nowhere near enough to cover even the Les Paul, much less enough to have spare money for the Les Paul. But it's a good little thing to know, a good little bit of motivation, you know?
I want to welcome.
How cool is this?
Yeah, very cool.
The Green family.
Even though we're wrapping up our show, this is a show that we just. I don't have any snakes. I'm not a breeder, but Adam has a terrific business of breeding snakes, ball pythons, and so we just get on. I have a lot of questions. We've been friends for a long time, and I just want to say this. Being introduced into this community, it's just a great community of really, really kind, nice, helpful people. And I'm sure you've already experienced that. So welcome. And this is just a fun show that we do on Thursday mornings and have a blast doing. It's a great way to start your day.
Definitely. And audience, thank you guys. It is a cool community, and thank you for the support, but go support each other as well. One of the key 2 words in social media is social. Go be social with each other, go support each other. Doesn't cost you anything to follow and check each other out. So I think it's a very valuable thing to do, but I'm very thankful for y'all. Why anybody is up at this time in the morning engaging with us, I don't know, but I'm wildly thankful for it. I appreciate it. We start our Thursdays off great every week. So thank you, everybody. We'll be back same time, same place next week. Oh, look at this, Steven. Okay, we're getting references now, Joe. I like
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
That's good.
Well, I hope you stick around. I hope you get a little like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week, same place, same time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.